Well, former Australian cricketer Shane Warne has been given legend status in the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. The Spin King was first inducted in 2009, playing 145 tests for Australia and taking 708 wickets. His status was elevated alongside former middle distance runner Ron Clarke. Mr Clarke won bronze at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics and later became the Mayor of the Gold Coast. Both athletes join a list of sporting heroes including Don Bradman, Kathy Freeman, Rod Laver and Dawn Fraser. And joining me now live is Sport Australia Hall of Fame legend and chair John Bertrand. John, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So legend status, what an incredible honour for two of Australia's best sports stars.
Yes, in reality, no one can go higher than legend of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. It's the ultimate recognition, and this peer-to-peer recognition. Within the cricketers, Richie Benaud, Sir Don Bradman, Dennis Lilly, and for Shane to join that, it's appropriate and it's just fantastic. So, we're thrilled to be able to make that announcement.
Absolutely, and of course, even so for Shane Warne, given it's only been 9 months after his passing, to be given such an honour.
Yes, well, in part of our guidelines is that the athlete has to be retired for 15 years before they can be considered a legend of the sport. And Shane, of course, had been already inducted into the Hall of Fame. Yes, but. The timing is, it's just, well, let's face it, Shane left his indelible mark in the world of cricket globally, not just within this country. And, it's a wonderful, wonderful accolade.
It is such a wonderful accolade, and you have the legend status yourself. Can you explain to us what it feels like to be given this honour?
When I was... and pretty much everyone has the same reaction. They say, well, why me? And, I don't deserve it.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Well, but, you've got, Sir Donald Bradman and Dawn Fraser and Greg Norman, the list just goes on and on. Herb Elliott. So how do you feel? You feel very humbled, to be honest, and, of course, very proud.
Absolutely. And what are the factors that go into making this decision to be able to give somebody a legend status?
Well, we have a very, very high-powered selection committee headed up by Bruce McAvaney, and there's a group of 12, including myself, and just basically go through what that particular person not only achieved during their sporting career, but also post-sporting career. For example, Ron Clarke has also been elevated to legend status. And at one stage he took 35 seconds off the world 10,000 metre record, just to put this in perspective. And he was amazing. But then he became the mayor of the city of the Gold Coast. These people, similar to Warne, they left their mark globally in terms of how they're able to utilise their talent and their being famous, and I think it's just wonderful. So it goes beyond the world of sport as how they've conducted themselves post sporting career.
It truly is wonderful. And how do you think that Shane Warne's family will receive this? I know that his two kids, they made comments about it yesterday, but how much do you think that this means to them?
It's a big deal. And to Shane's mum and dad, it's a big deal. Talking to the dad, he's humbled, which is just beautiful. These people have seen their dad being, shown accolades globally, but they also understand the significance of becoming a legend of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. So, again, it's this peer-to-peer recognition. You can't go any higher. So there was a beautiful interview on television last night, and there's also going to be a special later on in the week on television. And to see these kids, just the way they react to their dad's elevation, it's pretty special stuff.
Yeah, it really is special. John Bertrand, lovely to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.